So in this video, we will make an small POC environment for Citrix CVAD 2411 version. How many servers I need? You can definitely do it on 3 servers, but I have taken 4. One is the domain controller, another is the one VDA server, another one is a DDC, and another one is Web01 for the storefront. To start with this, these servers are already pre-installed with 2025 OS and domain join. So what I have done, I'm mapping the ISO for 2411 OS, which is the latest at the moment. You can definitely install this on many roles on one D. You don't need a storefront server in the lab if you need, but I always recommend to have it on different server so it makes easy for troubleshooting stuff. And now we start with installation. You should have a Citrix account to download the binaries. Installation very straightforward, and then this is not recommended for production environment, but definitely you can create more load balancing nodes in the environment, and then you can promote it to production if you need. But I think for production you need to have more specific roles and very good settings. But this is just a quick POC environment for testing the application. Now we are going to start installation for Citrix delivery controller and other roles on the one server. I'm going to include SPA part also, this which we will test in further videos. But yeah, I've included delivery controller role, web studio, director, license server, studio, which will be depreciated as you see. But it's nice to start with that. And we will see how this works, and we will mostly work with web studio part. Click next. I'm not installing a dedicated SQL server, so I'm going to use SQL Express. I understand, and here we go. So it will take some time. Stay with us. If you are interested in learning Netscaler, I have another videos with a specific starting in a series of chapters to learn Netscaler. You can go into my channel and learn about Netscaler there. There is a good video about FS Logics and other Citrix stuff. So feel free to browse the channel and watch other interested stuff as per your requirement or your desire, I would say. But this installation will take some time, so stay with us and you will see how it goes. And yeah, this is live installation right now we are doing. To just save the time, we can do multitasking. uh, while this installation is going on, we can install storefront on our server, which is web 01. I hope it's okay. It's not, I'm not rushing out, but as I know this installation will take time, and we can move further with different installation at the same time. I have mapped the binary to the server. Now it will reflect. Sorry. This installation is going. Meanwhile, we are starting storefront. Just keeping eye here and there. So the installation is straightforward for a POC, and we will only install the storefront on this. Then we will set up the SPA part. We will install um, secure private plugin on a storefront server. That is the requirement when you want to publish your resources on the storefront from SPA. You want to centralize everything, consolidate, I would say. But there will be another videos about it. Let's see how the installation is going here. This is going on. Let's see how the storefront is going. I have already installed multiple prerequisites on storefront, which is about IIS, that is was already here, so it must be quick to install. Yeah, storefront is mostly close, I would say done. So now you're back to storefront server, and let's check this out, how the installation is. It is moving fast. I think there will be a restart needed now. Yeah, we are back to storefront server, which we installed, and we will start the console. We will configure our site and everything. Set up a new deployment. I would like to call it workspace dot workplace dot. Yeah, that's enough for the name. I will not use HTTPS because there is another video for HTTPS which you can refer to. I'm using an internal CA, which I have demonstrated in another video in my channel, how you can install SSL and everything. Or maybe in the future, in next video when we'll use integrated NetScaler and others, then you will see the SSL. But there is a very good video in the channel how you do SSL. So already loaded. Let's see what is happening on DDCs meanwhile. So you see how the store is, what store does actually. And my store name is Citrix, normal. And I want this to be a default website. I will use my delivery controller, and I'm using port 80 there as well. In production or in some POC, we use HTTPS. So you have to understand how you make it HTTPS. There will be another video about this. You can learn more there. But here it's okay. Not using other methods. I want to use enable everything on this store. Here the installation is carrying on further. So we are back to storefront. Meanwhile, installation going on for delivery controller. This is okay. So we go back to our delivery controller now. While we can talk a little bit about a storefront, in production, you would have two storefront servers in server group that, and you will use HTTPS. How you can change the base URL. You can go to the storefront server group and click on it, and you can change it to HTTPS or different, that will be link for the users who will connect in. And when the user will log in, they will see a domain. Actually, if I will show you right away how we can sort out little bit that domain name writing stuff, so the user don't have to write. I have already created a DNS record for this. So workplace is already in my DNS pointing to this node actually. So here you will see it's asking for domain name. 1 second, it's coming. This one. But I can hide this. I mean, that's mostly we do in the production. You have to be very a little bit conscious when you do an MFA listening solution. Um, Sometimes the variables which are picked from the MFA third-party MFA solution, uh, they conflict. So you need to trigger out. You need to read the storefront logs for this. How those logs will help a lot actually with those configuration. So here I will go into the manage authentication on my stores, and I will select this. Go to this trusted domain. I can configure multiple domains or here actually. So for me, it's I don't want there is only one, so I don't want it to show on the login page, and I will click OK. Let's have a look on there what's happening. It's going well, so no worry. Come back to storefront. So now if I go on my storefront servers and then I will refresh, see it's not asking for the domain name, and I don't have to type the domain name when I'm logging in. Right now my delivery controller is not configured, so you won't see the resources. The authentication will work, so you can see there is nothing right away here. I will log out. I think storefront part is done. So for just quick, I will just log out. We will not come back here again. And until unless we some any issue, see any issues with the environment, and then we need to troubleshoot. Otherwise, I don't think so. We are just focused on here, and meanwhile we can install our Citrix VDA, so we save time. As I said, these machines are already prepared with domain joined and installation and from the OS side, though they are in domain and everything. So I will just map the ISO for my Citrix. We are getting up quickly on the delivery control part as well. So we are installing an Citrix VDA on this, on my one of the VDA in the lab. Storefront is done, and this is also on the way to get completed. So you will see how quickly we are up with a small lab in the environment. So we'll select an multi-session VDA here. If you will run this binary on a Windows 10 or Windows 11 machine, it will give you an option for single session OS. It automatically detected, you know. So you shouldn't be worried about where I will get single session VDA. It is on the same binary ISO file, and it detect OS, and it gives you an option selected on the screen automatically. You don't have to. You don't have two options like this. Since we are using a broker connection, we are not using MCS, we are not using Citrix PVS. We will also prepare a lab about PVS in coming days. You will find it on my channel. So don't forget to subscribe, otherwise you will miss the pop alert when we upload a new videos. So I want to install everything on this video. And I don't want to install proxy. I'm not using Citrix Cloud. I don't want to use backup and recovery. I will select this Citrix profile stuff, and I don't use AppV here. Select next. And I will add my DDCs here. Okay, there was a wrong key. Citrix DDC 1.2025 lab.local. Test connection will not work because that is not running yet, but I will add it. I know this is going to run it. Let's see if this is ready. No, it's not initialized, so it doesn't get response back. I don't see any risk in proceeding with that because my installation of Citrix delivery controller on this is already in the progress, and this will succeed. So I will select next. Yes, I want to continue. But in production or other in your lab, you should wait. I don't use cloud, so next. That's okay. This delivery control installation is taking time, so we have to wait. Meanwhile, our VDA is also getting ready. Here we go. Installation is almost done, but we will configure the site and everything. Right now it's just installation. You need to read about this licensing server data. In my lab, I don't want to send any data to the Citrix, but yeah, in production you do. In some cases, your organization doesn't allow it, but you have to select it according to your policy, security policies for the companies. What you want to send or not. Let's see what's happening here. We need to log in on the VDAs so that the installation can go further. We're back to our DDCs. We click on finish, the site manager will open. We need to configure a site. It's a little slow in my lab due to the crunch of resources, but in your environment, this will be fast since you will have, I think you will have enough resources to run this smoothly, but things works, so then it work. The VDA installation is started again. Yeah, I don't have any RDS terminal license installed, so we will use the trial one 120 days. But in production you do, and in the POC you also do if you want to go further. So now we need to configure a site. I will say don't show this page. Site name I will put Citrix CVAD. This is the database will get created. Actually, you can definitely choose different site name or change the database name here. I will click next. I'm using on-prem SQL Server, so no worry, it's gonna use my Express. It's verifying details. I'm gonna use trial. I'm gonna use trial licenses and everything. So license server is installed on this server itself. So it will wait a little bit to connect locally on the license server instance. So now it is connected, and and we go next. Here is the summary, and you click finish. Our VDA installation is still going on in the middle. We looked in, but it's happening. So we just wait. I go back to my site setup, and it's moving further, creating database in SQL Express on the same server I'm running, delivery controller role. You can definitely have a dedicated SQL server in your environment if you want to, but then you need to change those values in the set during the site setup. Let's move to VDA. What's happening? It's still going on. Okay. Things are moving further. We can see VDA installation now. It's installing Workspace app, then it will install Citrix Secure Access client afterwards. And on the other side, on the delivery controller, the database has been set up, and now it's starting configuration for loggings and everything. So yeah, the login database. I mean, so there are three databases which we saw in the starting. We install workspace app mostly in only those cases in the VDA when you are connecting another Citrix session inside the VDA, then we do installation in that way. Otherwise, the VDA is enough. You don't need to install workspace app on the Citrix VDA if you're not doing session in session scenario. Let's just stay a little bit on this site creation, so we see what steps it's taking, but it's moving further. It will I think it will finish soon here. We are moving further. We are almost done here, so it's gonna just finish this up, the site setup, and load the site information and then later we will go to the Web Studio. Same here. It's installing Citrix Secure Access Client now. So everything looks good so far. Now it's loading my site. If you have good resources in your environment, definitely this is not that slow. But you can see how you can build your POC environment with the less resources, So here is site status active, controller this active, and everything is active. So we are done here. We move there, and then we'll go to our Web Studio here. Meanwhile, this is also finishing up. There are ways to do a single sign-on on this studio. The installation is done for a VDA. This will restart. Don't worry, this is expected due to the resource issue, but I will close it back and open it again, then it will respond. Don't be panic. This video is up, and I will just verify it's correct VLAN. So now we are in. I can definitely increase CPU on this machine so that it responds quickly, but I don't think so. We have to do this right away. As I said, it's a small lab environment. So it's loading up. Our VDI is ready. DDC is getting ready. It's just loading this Web Studio console, and it's taking time. As I said, the CPU is the bottleneck in the environment, but it's gonna go up. No worry. I can next time increase the CPU on this machine so it's fast. I have free CPU on my physical machine, so increasing CPU on this virtual machine would be a fast enough to respond the queries. And I will go to the machine catalog, and I will create a new catalog actually. Let's see if it's the only CPU problem. We should shut it down and increase the CPU. Yeah, memory is not the issue. We're running it on one vCPU expected. Let's give more CPU to this machine so that we can be fast. It's shutting down. So now we increase 2 vCPU on this machine. Let's power it up. It will be fast compared to before. So you can see how one vCPU increase has affected the machine speed. Means it's fast. I mean, it will take time to start all the services. So if we start now the console, definitely we will get error. So service is still starting up, so you have to wait. Starting start. See, there are many services which are not up yet. So we'll wait a while. When the service is getting up, then we will access the console. None of the Citrix service is stopped. It's running now. So we go to the run our Web Studio console now. See, CPU has gone down, so we have some resources to execute our request. So we'll create one machine catalog, single session. Definitely these settings are only we can have, and we will add the machine name. We will find out in Active Directory, which is CVAD01. We could have done the check name, but I know this is correct. It's up. New latest VDA. Next, server desktop. Put any name for the lab will work. Then I will create a delivery group. I will pick that machine. Definitely no application I want to publish. I will publish a desktop. Right now, I'm not restricting access to anyone. You can definitely do in your environment. Just trying to be quick. So if I have published one, let's see if this is getting registered. Yeah, it's initializing. So now it's registered, and we will just test it from our domain controller because I am running an workspace app application there. And now we are going to our website. Yes, stay on this. And I have a desktop which I published. You can click install on this. It will reflect on your home page. See, and then I will just start it up. It has downloaded an ICA file, and I will just double click on this. It is starting a Citrix desktop. You can see in the console the activity which is happening on the user side. Desktop has started and it will reflect in the site very soon here now. Yeah, see. So how easy it is. There are a lot of settings you can use. Depends on your requirement in the environment. As I said, there is a method to do a single sign-on. You can do configure here. You can centralize your many sites. You can configure a lot of security stuff here. Manage security keys and enable XML trust. You know, and you can look onto the director as well. So this is how it is. Very quickly installed on a site. So the desktop director looks like this. We have one session. The logon time is 73. You can definitely look whole breakups actually into the reports. But there are more you can do with the desktop director. Um, there are a lot of things here. I think it would be good to have a separate session about desktop director so that we can deep dive. But as I said, you can see a lot of data here. Right now it's not reflecting, but it will come soon. You can see the breakups. You can see a lot of session performance reports, session topology. As I said, there are lots you can do in this. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it and have a nice day. Keep watching.